This is really a great opportunity, and thank you for asking me to come here. To really answer those questions, I guess I got to talk a little bit about the family of the Grossmans. We have a brewery, yes. It's the second largest craft brewery in the United States. We sell beer all over the U.S. We go overseas. We're in Australia. We're in Europe. We go into Canada. And it's been a phenomenal road working with the Grossmans. Ken Grossman, as he's been talked about a little bit, is just a phenomenal man. I've enjoyed working with him, but more importantly, it's a family, his wife, Katie, and then the 3 kids. As some of you know, Brian Grossman will be coming out with me to help run this brewery out here, and it's going to be a major step for him. But we asked, so why did we end up out here? It was quite a project. Don, who's hiding up there in the back, we toured together with sharing. We didn't share rooms, by the way, Chris. We had separate rooms. We toured probably almost a year looking for this, on and off, trying to find a location. But it really came down to the Grossman's decision. And what was key in the Grossman's thoughts was, one, it had to be a community that was welcoming to them. And that was huge. They wanted a community that was like Chico. They can walk downtown in Chico, and they feel very comfortable being in Chico. The community is very supportive to community adventures, and they support a lot of things. So that was real important to them. They found it here. I guarantee you, would not have located somewhere until they found that place, as Don and I know. So then the other aspect had to do with following along with their culture, and a lot of that was twofold. One, their father is a pioneer, as he's referred to a lot, into the craft beer industry. So beer was a part of their business. Surprisingly enough, everybody wants you until they find out what you do for a living, and then it's like, oh, great, can we put you in the back 40 somewhere, and we'd love to have you, just don't come into town because you make beer. Second thing was environmental. This was a really, really big aspect, and you would be surprised how many cities told us, oh yeah, we're green, man, we're into environmental. I didn't come up to speak with beer here intentionally, but I just feel more comfortable with beer. But when you look at the glass we're drinking in, not only do you have beer here, but you have a cup that's an environmentally friendly cup. That is huge. I mean, that says a lot about this community, and that's what the Grossmans were looking for, and that's why they're here. So that really pulled a spin on it. But then we had a bunch of other things we had to look at, and this was based on the senior management group. We had to figure out, okay, now, since the Grossmans like it, how are we going to run a brewery here? Of course, we wanted roads, we wanted infrastructure, we wanted everything in place so we could just go in and put a brewery. Well, that would have been too easy for the Grossmans. Everybody had that. He had to go find a mountain that didn't have anything. And then say, okay, this is a great spot. And really, I would give most of the credit to Andrew that's hiding in the back, but in reality, it must be Rocky, because we made it down the river and we all came back. And so we're all here. So thank you, Rocky. That was a great trip, by the way. I was totally felt comfortable. Of course, I was in more safety gear than I've ever been in my life, but that's okay. So we needed all that stuff, and nothing was here. There was no road, there was no infrastructure, but there was a lot of promises. So we kind of, as I think it was Kelly made the comment, there were some commitments made by the state, by the city, by the county, and we're going, yeah, okay, and the state, and I wish Senator Apodaca was here, because I would tell the true story what happened, but that was close, Kelly. I've never seen my boss hesitate to an answer before, but yeah, when he was asked point blank, we can make this happen. Is this true? Are you guys really coming? Ken had to think about that for a while, and he says, you know what? If you make this happen, yes, we will hold our end of the bargain. So we did that. Our group got together real fast to figure out how we're going to put a mountain and a brewery on a mountain and make it work. So to answer the second part of your question, so how does that all come together, and what can we do? And there was a number of promises that were made, both back and forth, and A large amount of the people in here that we dealt with gave us a lot of those promises that we can do this, we can do this. And in turn, while they were out in Chico, we said, okay, this is what we're going to do, this is what we're going to do. Well, what was really interesting, I think we both were pretty conservative because we were looking at 60 acres. And then it kind of went to maybe a little over 60 with an option for 40 more. And it kind of went a little bit more, and pretty soon we ended up with 184 acres. And most of it is bordered by Rockies River. So thank you again, Rocky. Really, what is the impact, and what are we going to bring back to Henderson County and to North Carolina? Let's look at it from a big side. You know, we are manufacturing. We had to be real honest that there's two sides of our business. There is our business to make beer, and there's a customer experience side. Those are very, very different. In Chico, we struggled with that a lot. Out here, we pretty much had a blank slate, so we could make that happen. So let's talk about the back side of the house, and we'll move to the front house. But the back side of the house, I mean, we're going to bring in, on any given day, we'll bring in somewhere on a neighborhood of about 10 to 12 truckloads of glass to run this facility. That's somewhere about 1.6 million bottles a week. That's about 8,000 cases of beer once they get put in there. So we need a lot of glass, we need a lot of cardboard, we need a lot of labels, we need a lot of crowns. We need the support for infrastructure to bring all that in. That'll all be brought in the backside of the house. Moving down a little bit, then of course we need people. I'm going to go through all the same resumes except for the top 100 that he took off. So I have listened to Bill every chance I got. I have been out here and say, "Can I buy you a beer? Come on, let me talk to you." So I'm going to be out here very soon, just sitting there going through every interview too. So I hope my body holds out. 140 jobs we're hoping for. I tell you what, we started out very conservative. I think we're around 90, but once we get the customer experience, I think you'll see a lot more. Then there's another aspect of that, and that is when we came to the North Carolina, and we came to not only the state but also to the county, and we told Andrew, we said, you know what, we are a type of company that we really believe that you have to do your business in your back door, and we'll do that. And you know, I'm sure they thought, sure you were, yeah, whatever. Wait till you come here and you're going to change. Well, I'm really happy to say we haven't changed. We now have our site developed. We have put up a warehouse. We have done a lot of our underground for our electrical. And in that right now, we have 9 subcontractors working up there on the site. Out of those 9 subcontractors, their headquarters, not one of them's farther than an hour and a half away from here. And if you drill down, 4 of them are right here from this region. So, and Tom Cooper's brother is sitting right over here somewhere. So, you know, we held our pledge. If we can get it local, we're going to get it. We're going to bring it local. One of my favorite friends up there, Bill Lapsley, has helped me and the rest of the company walk through this process. We're like little kids, you know, holding his hand. And then thank you. That's been phenomenal. The Van Winkle group has been great helping us through all this. So, you know, we kept everything local. So that there's one other aspect that I think that I feel that is going to be huge about this endeavor. Again, my owner, or the owner of the company, is known as a pioneer. He did start 30 years ago in the craft industry. I have never worked for anybody in my life that has that much passion for anything. I don't think the guy sleeps. It is just phenomenal. If he's not on his way to Germany, he's going somewhere else. And he's flying on a red eye in tonight to work on some stuff at the brewery tomorrow. He's just an incredible man, incredibly focused. So what he's done, he's taken 30 years of education, trying to build a facility and learning more and more about beer. Now, you think if you had the #1 pale ale sold in the United States, you'd be happy. He's not happy. Well, he might be happy, but he's not finished being happy. So you'd think if he designed or if he developed something called Celebration Ale, that would be fine. Well, guess what? That did fine, and it's the #1 seasonal in the United States. So then one night, I'm sure he was sitting up and he couldn't think, and he thought, I can do a better job of this. I can make a better IPA by somehow getting more extractions out of hops. And so he designed this vessel called, well, at that time we didn't have a name for it. It worked. It's called Torpedo, much to the dislike of some of his family members. But it looks like a torpedo, and that is the highest selling IPA in the United States right now. You can go buy one of those vessels if you want. He does not patent anything. Any brewer is welcome to anything he's come up with. So on this site, what it's going to bring is we have 180 acres that Ken now and his family can build something that's, I call a monument, he just calls a brewery, of 30 years of experience and knowledge. And you're going to have not only the most productive and efficient brewery in the world, but knowing what I know about how it's going to look and how the customer experience that Brian's working on, it is definitely going to be one of the premier breweries, not only in the area, but probably in the world. What will that do? That'll bring a lot of tourism. I can almost guarantee it. It's not going to be just a brewery. It's going to be a family adventure. It's going to be, as the kids call it now, it's the destination. There'll be a destination back in Chico, which they started working on a year ago, in the sense that they increase the tourism by adding tasting rooms, bettering the tour aspect of it, and they tripled the amount of visitors that came in 1 year there in Chico just by making some minor changes. So when I see what happened back there and I see what's going on here, I think Ken's endeavor and his families will make you very proud. I can't say enough about what the state and city and government county has done. We have never seen anybody work this fast to help a project through, and I just want to say thank you very much. And we're still looking at getting this thing kicked off next year, and I keep telling Ken when we're having a party, but he won't give me a date. So as soon as I know when the date is for the opening party, I'll make sure I get back and let it know. Thank you very much.